All right, let's get right into it. Have you ever felt like you're only using a tiny fraction of your computer's real power just by clicking on icons? Well, you're in the right place. We are going to go way beyond the usual windows and buttons to unlock the serious hidden power of your PC. So, when you see this black window with that blinking cursor, what's the first thing you think of? I bet for a lot of people, it's something straight out of a movie, right? Some crazy, complicated thing that only hackers use. But is that what's really going on here? No way. Not even close. You should think of the command prompt as your PC's secret, super direct control panel. This isn't about hacking at all. It's about giving you a level of precise, powerful control over your own machine that just clicking around can never, ever match. Okay, so let's start with your first superpower. You're about to become a network detective. We're going to use a couple of simple commands to see what's really happening with your internet connection, all the stuff that's usually invisible. Think about it. You're online, but what does that even mean? What's your computer's actual address on your home network? And what's the address of your router? You know, the gatekeeper that lets you talk to the rest of the world? Well, there's a command for that. And this is it. It's just one word, ipconfig. Typing this in is like putting on a pair of X-ray goggles for your network. It instantly tells you your computer's secret identity and how it's talking to everything else. And boom, here are the vitals. See that IPv4 address? That's basically your PC's house number on your local street, your home network. And the default gateway? That's your router. It's the front door to the entire internet. Just like that, you know exactly who you are and where the exit is. Okay, so you know you're connected, but is the connection any good? Is the path to the outside world actually clear? Your next tool is the ping command. It's kind of like shouting Marco out across the internet to a server, like Google's, and waiting to hear it shout Polo back. And this is exactly what you want to see. When you get a reply from and the time is really low, like 25 milliseconds here, it means the signal is zipping back and forth, no problem. If that number was huge or if you got no reply at all, well, that's probably why your show is buffering. You just became your own tech support. So now that you can see what your network is doing, let's kick it up a notch. We're going to move from just watching to actually taking control of your system. This is where you go from being a detective to being the master of your own machine. You ever need to find out the exact specs of your computer, but you can't be bothered to click through a dozen different menus? The System Info command is your best friend. It's like asking your PC for its full resume, and it gives you everything all at once. And it just cuts right through all the junk. In seconds, you get your computer's core DNA, the exact version of Windows, whether it's a 64-bit system, and exactly how much RAM you have to work with. This is so useful for troubleshooting or just checking if you can run that new game. All right, now for a problem that every single one of us has dealt with. You know the drill. A program just locks up. It's totally frozen. Clicking that little X does absolutely nothing. Sometimes even the task manager can't kill it. It's so frustrating. Well, meet the final boss, task kill. This is the command that basically says, I don't care that you're frozen, you are closing right now. You just tell it the program's name, like notepad.exe here, and that /F switch, that stands for force. It will terminate pretty much any misbehaving app, no questions asked. Now that's control. So far, we've just been typing in one command at a time. But what if you could write down a whole list of commands and then have your computer run all of them in order, all by itself? That's what batch scripts are. It's literally like writing your own magic spells to make your computer do your bidding. So let's design a simple but really useful spell. One that backs up all your important documents. The logic is easy, right? First, let the user know what's happening. Then, make a brand new folder for the backup. Next, copy all the files over. And finally, let the user know the job's done. Simple. And this is the actual spell itself. Look how simple that is. mkdir backup. That just means make a directory called backup. Then the copy command grabs everything from your documents folder and puts it right in there. You just swap out Yaya with your own username. We just turned that simple logic into a real working automated task. But these spells can be even smarter than that. They can actually make decisions. Using simple if-else logic, you can tell your script, hey, if this one thing is true, do this. But if it's false, do something else instead. This lets your little automated helpers adapt to different situations all on their own. All right, let's wrap this up with a quick rapid-fire round of a few more advanced tricks for your power user toolkit.
These are techniques that will save you a ridiculous amount of time and effort. That little asterisk, the wildcard, is going to be your new best friend. Seriously. Instead of clicking and dragging to select hundreds of files, you can just say copy star.txt to instantly grab every single text file in a folder. This is efficiency on a whole different level.
And for the grand finale, you can actually chain commands together into powerful one-liners. That "and" a thing, it means do this first, and only if that works, do the next thing. That vertical line, the pipe, is a filter. It sends the result of one command into another. And the greater than symbol, it takes the output and saves it to a file, which is perfect for keeping logs. These are the real building blocks for creating your own custom workflows. So there you have it. That scary black screen isn't a mystery anymore. It's a toolkit. It's your way to diagnose, to control, and to automate your computer with some serious precision and power. You now have the keys to the kingdom. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?